So now I'm looking at myOISE from an instructor perspective because I wasn't able to show you that the last time. And here, for example, would be my C2C communities, and this is viewing for a certain instructor, and this would be their most recent course where they again could manage their membership, for example, by adding a guest lecture. Courses show up automatically again through OISE, through the myRosie system, and your students are automatically enrolled, so you don't have to worry about it. If they drop and within 24 hours they're not in the system, although their name will still be there, but they can't log in, because myOISE and C2C, as well as Blackboard and any of the email, it tends to be UTAR ID based. And so when you've logged in one, you've generally logged in another, and even if you have to log in again, it's UTAR ID. And thus, if they have dropped a course, they can no longer access the My C2C because this is all controlled in the back end. Either way, every once in a while, you do want to manage your membership. And you most definitely want to do this if you have a professional community that's international. And so if you are the administrator of a course and or moderator, which is kind of the same thing, we have the ability to add more moderators, other people that are like us, team teaching, other people that are helping with the administration of C2C with us, and then we can edit that and add people, or other participants that we might want to have in there, and that might be a guest lecturer. So for all intents and purposes, we can go through myOISE, add a person just to look at somebody's name, and if you know it, we would search, and if you know their last name, we might put their last name in. Then if it's that person, we add this person over and they show up. So I'll do that right now, and if I click on it, it removes the member. The same works with whether you're bringing in another moderator. I'm just going to hide this. Just make sure, if you're an administrator like that, that you know which one you're adding. Are you adding a participant that doesn't have the ability to do all the forums and settings, or are you adding another moderator that needs to work with you, in which case we would do it here. Now this person also has the ability to go back to their historical courses that they've taught before that they might want to review and or copy and paste, which we can click on the course. It will open up a new window, as we can see, or you can use that little icon that we used in our last setting. Now, the students, in terms of manage membership, all that kind of thing would be out, but I am just kind of waiting for this to load. Just a little note as we wait for a minute, if you are having an administrative C2C, then it's usually requested and we create it for you through the client care portal, and then it will show up in your myOISE automatically in whatever status it is. If the administrator is adding you, then it will show up once the administrator has set their participants into the C2C environment, because if it's an administrative C2C or a professional community, it is not generally loaded with the participants ahead of time. You need to add it within myOISE under the manage membership, and you can add externals. Now this is just, okay, there we go. There's a lot of notes, as you can see in here. So again, we're back into the C2C. Okay, then we could use that and copy and paste things from one window to another window into our new course for all intents and purposes, and that allows us to load files and take some of the information that we might have taught in a previous course. Anyways, in the future we are thinking of having a copy feature that allows us to copy a course from one semester to another, but those are things that we have to think about how to program that in the best way. Either way, when you have an empty shell and you're the administrator, it is going to be empty, and you will have to put your information in. And one of the things that you will get is this FIPA statement, and more on that shortly.